Hi, my name's Keith Kelly and I'm going to talk about CLIL for the language classroom. This is a run through the slides for a workshop I prepared for teachers in Georgia in July 2015. You can see my email address if there are any questions. Plan for the talk is to take a look at the three dimensions of CLIL, of Content and Language Integrated Learning, namely what concepts are involved, what procedures are involved, and what language is involved in making use of these concepts and skills. I've decided to highlight the importance of having a focus on the learners themselves in project work, CLIL project work for the language classroom. We'll have a look also at finding ready-made resources, and we'll look at the idea of products as outcomes for project work. And finally we'll talk about following up and keeping in touch. I recently opened a language school in Plovdiv, Bulgaria, and our curriculum is thematic with a basis in 7 curriculum skills, namely math, science, drama, art, music, action games and story time. And it's useful for me to refer to these skills, giving examples of CLIL projects for the language classroom. In that way I can show a lot of examples from the classrooms in my own school. One of the key factors I think involved in bringing aspects of the wider curriculum into the language classroom is to create performance for learners. And in Anglia School we regularly get the children role-playing, whether it's witches and warlocks at Halloween or around a campfire camping during the summer months. Putting on performances is part of what we do, and it gives a very concrete meaning to using the language that the children are learning. We also have a strong focus on products, and one of the pillars of our curriculum is artwork. And the children are frequently found getting their hands covered in paint in order to produce a piece of art related to our weekly theme. The product is kind of the outcome of the language and content work of the week. We don't just have art products, we do craft as well. And the children, for example, this summer were busy recycling paper and producing their own paper products. You can see them colouring their paper pulp here and then presenting their finished products, which actually we put on sale for a local adopted charity, and that motivated the children even more. Other paper products we work with are papier mache. Here the children are using balloon moulds to produce masks and mask shapes during our magic and showtime theme week. A last word about paper products. One of the things that teachers might assume is that they're very time consuming, and there is a lot of time involved in coming up with these quite complex products sometimes, but actually the benefit of working with these final products is that the interaction it creates for the teacher with every individual child, in a way that is really very difficult for classroom teachers to create in their classrooms. Other products I've worked with this summer are cosmetics, even with our very youngest children. Here you can see Vicky, I think, having a sniff of some of the perfumes we'd collected to put into our cosmetic products. She's using a sense of smell to describe what she can smell, put a name to what she can smell. The children make cosmetics. Here Mimi is stirring some melting soap blocks that we then coloured and perfumed and added other ingredients like seeds and petals to, and so the children can make their own personalised soaps. Children also had to brand their products. Here you can see a number of pots with very personal branding, colour, design, all comes into selling their final range of cosmetic products, bath salts, soaps and shampoos. We collected a number of moulds for the children to be able to have a choice of what their final shape should be of their soap products. And all of this was put on sale again to raise money for our adopted charity. And the children had to present their products to their own parents, also passers-by, in our shop. Other products we work with have been plastics, and you see the bag on the left is a tough shopping bag that's made by fusing together throwaway plastic bags and then sewing them together with plastic thread, which is also made from plastic bags. And on the right you can see Simeon sewing together 2 sheets of his own fused plastic to create a bag of his own here, while Pat is helping by producing some more plastic thread for him. Other products we work with are card and cloth products, and here you can see the children have made purses and wallets and folders and tidies, pencil cases and the like, all made from card and paper. I actually bought a button machine because I thought their products were so well made. It made sense for us to finish them off nicely with tic-tac buttons, and these were very popular with parents and passers-by in our shop. Another key aspect of the language school curriculum is exploration. In a similar way to children working in sciences or geography, where they're encouraged to explore their environment, explore their history and explore their heritage, we use similar approaches for developing language. And here the children are learning about fossils and dinosaurs, and they're making their own dinosaur fossils using pasta shapes. We bring maths into it by getting the children to measure real-life dinosaur-sized feet, and then create card feet shapes so that they can see how big a dinosaur footprint would have been. Again, within the idea of exploration, the children are encouraged to use all of their senses. We have a theme called senses, All About Me week, and here one of the children is having to guess what is in the pot. Another thread in this idea of exploring content curriculum is the idea of research and development, and a particular context is designing, building and testing rockets. You can see here a bunch of our children have made their own rockets and they're about to launch them in the local garden. We follow this idea through of learning by doing with our adults as well. And we're offering a photography English course in autumn where the same approach will be adopted, where the participants will be learning English by doing something else, namely learning how to do basic photography with a colleague of mine who's an amateur photographer and also an English teacher. And what the teachers were expected to do at this point was create their own aeroplane, and that is based on the website paper airplanes.co.uk, and I chose the Rapier. I just thought it's the most straightforward and reliable to make, and a good flyer at the same time. And the teachers had to work in small groups and test their planes and choose the best in their group, which they went on to test alongside other planes in the group and finally come out with a couple of winners. So the concept is the same as designing and testing, researching and developing the product. There are quite a few places to look for other ideas, not least on the Fact World website and in the Fact World Yahoo group, where there are 3,500 teachers already. A lot of other websites for very good project ideas such as Science Across the World and British curriculum websites like the Biotechnology and Biological Sciences Research Council website, with a lot of resources for teachers there.